The number one mistake that I see business owners make when they hire a virtual assistant is that they hire for the wrong position because they haven't thought about what is the actual business bottleneck that's stopping them from their growth. So they bring somebody on, they spend all this time and all this money, and their business just stays exactly the same as it was before hiring. And it's, again, because they haven't spent the time to identify what is the actual business bottleneck. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through first how to identify what that bottleneck is, and then identify the exact role that you should be hiring for, and then how to find the right person to help you solve that problem so that you can then 2x, 3x, 4x your business revenue. So the way I do it in my business is I ask myself a simple question, and that is, if I wanted to 10x our revenue overnight, what would be the main reason why I wouldn't be able to do that? What would get in the way of me 10xing our revenue right now? Right now, we're doing $1.5 million per month. And if I wanted to go to $10 million per month, what would be the main block that would prevent me from being able to do that? And when I think about that, obviously there will be a lot of different things, a lot of problems. I need more tech people. I need more customer fulfillment. I need more marketers. I need more sales reps. I need more admins. I need a bunch of different roles. However, the next bottleneck is going to be the one I'm going to focus on, meaning the next thing that will prevent me from even getting to 1.5 million, even getting to 2 million. That is the main thing I need to solve for right now. And then I can solve all the subsequent positions that I would then hire for afterwards, right? So you have to think about how do you prioritize what is the main problem that you need to first solve before you fix the third, fourth, fifth problem after that. And so if I was to think about it, I would say I would need more people to do more marketing for us, right? Maybe in your business, you're like, you know what? We're doing 50,000 a month in revenue, 100,000 a month in revenue, 200. And now if I want to get more business, the main next problem I have is that I wouldn't have enough leads, enough appointments. And so in that case, you want to hire someone within the marketing department. Now within marketing, you have a lot of different positions. You have SEO, you have Google, you have Facebook, you have email marketing, you have, warm outreach, you have social media, all of these different things that you could potentially hire for. Which position you decide to fill within the marketing department entirely depends on you and your business and what's common in your industry. I've seen some industries where Facebook ads work really well, but maybe Google ads don't work so well, and vice versa. And I've seen industries where maybe Google and Facebook aren't the best, but maybe you could do really well with SEO and that sort of thing, right? So that really just kind of entirely depends on what you're seeing success with, what you've tested in the past, what's common in your industry. You would go out and hire people in that specific position, again, based on your business. Now, let's say you think to yourself and you're like, you know what? I don't think the next problem is marketing. We definitely have more leads than we can handle. And if I wanted more leads, I can increase our marketing spend very easily. That's not really the issue. The issue is if I was to increase our spend in order to 2x my revenue, I wouldn't be able to handle the amount of leads I have, right? Or I would get, because I don't have enough sales reps, or maybe you're the only sales rep for your company. And so in that case, it's very simple. You hire a sales rep, you hire a closer, someone that can take on the leads, take on the appointments, and convert them to actual clients. Now, let's say most businesses are not struggling with the fulfillment area. They're usually struggling with the marketing and sales positions. In my opinion, those are the two most common issues that most business owners ignore, and then they go and hire more people in fulfillment or other positions that don't materially raise their revenue. So that would be the third one to think through, is fulfillment. And the fourth would be operations. So think about executive assistants, tech, that sort of thing. Maybe you're able to increase marketing. Maybe you're able to handle all the sales calls. Maybe you're able to fulfill all these customers. However, you feel like if your business was to grow further than what it is right now, it would probably implode because you have too much chaos, too many problems that are occurring because the systems are not set up properly. In that case, you probably want to hire an executive assistant, or maybe you want to hire someone in tech to help build out custom workflows to automate a lot of the processes that you have in your business so that things become simpler before you scale the business forward. And so in that case, you would hire, again, executive assistants or people in tech. Now, of course, there are other positions like accounting and legal and that sort of thing. However, for most businesses, that is not usually the main bottleneck. It's not the accounting, it's not the legal or any of that stuff. It's usually marketing and sales. Those would be the main two. And then afterwards, it's customer fulfillment and then executive assistants and tech and that sort of thing. I've seen most businesses that we talk to try to do it the opposite way, where they first want to hire an EA or someone in tech, when in reality, that's not really the issue. It's completely up to you, obviously, whichever position you hire for. But in my opinion, you want to make sure that you prioritize hiring for the right position so that if you bring someone on, you're paying them a salary, you see material increase in the revenue that you're generating as a result of hiring someone for your business. And so, that would be how I would identify the right department to hire within. Now, if you're thinking about hiring and you want to grow your business, what we do at Remote Leverage is we help US businesses hire Latin American virtual assistants, usually for about $6 to $10 per hour for most positions. Some positions are a little higher if they're more specialized, but usually about $6 to $10 per hour. And the nice thing about that is that not only are they $6 to $10 per hour, but they work US time zones, they understand the US work culture, they come with a lot of experience, and you don't have to pay a single dollar until you interview, meet someone that you like, and decide to move forward. So there's completely no risk to you at all in the hiring process. The only time you pay us is after you decide to hire someone through us. And then at that point, afterwards, whatever you pay the virtual assistant goes 100% to them. We don't take a cut or anything like that because it's a direct hire model. So if that sounds interesting to you, go to remoteleverage.com. You can see how it works, book a call with our team. But I hope this video is helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next one.